introduce our awardee. You want to sit there or come here? Dr. Harris. We can put a chair.
I'm going to side with the stairs. I'm fine.
All right. Well, my father can be summed up in one word: dedicated. 100% dedicated to his family and 100% dedicated to his patients. He is humble enough to be approachable to his patients and their caregivers. Although, as a side note, I'll tell a little story out of school. When Dr. Hussein's firstborn, Carrie, was a patient of my father's, and he was, I don't know, about a month old, and I'm told that my father, who may have been on call, may not have been on call at the time, got a phone call from Dr. Urshid Hussein, and he said, my dad answers the phone, and Dr. Hussein says, "Bob, my son, the baby, is shrinking." And my dad said, "Urshid, what time is it?" And he said, "Bob, it's 2 o'clock in the morning." And like any good pediatrician, he said, "Urshid, go back to bed. Okay? The baby's not shrinking." But my father is still humble enough to be approachable to his patients and their caregivers. He's incredibly demanding of himself, tracking the latest medical breakthroughs to make sure that sick kids get well. And he is quietly and steadfastly confident to believe that he in fact is the best person to care for them. It's not his job, it's his passion. As his longtime colleague, Dr. John Meyer, who's here with us this evening, said a few years ago to a newspaper reporter, Bob would never not see a patient because they can't pay. The reason he went into medicine is to care for people, not to put money into his pocket. But even above his dedication to his patients is his dedication to his family. He never missed a school play or a junior golf tournament or the chance to campaign in some far-flung locale for his son. And his 57-year marriage to my mother is a testament to their love and partnership. And I would note, for all of you who are married, and I'm married, and I happily love my wife, but I would note that my mother and father have actually worked together for the last 25 years. So think about being with your spouse every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what they've done for the last 25 years, and that's a testament to their relationship. The point is, you could fill an entire football stadium with the people whose lives he has made better, and his family would be in the front row. There is no person more deserving of this award than my dad, Dr. Bob Harris.
All the Harris men cry very easily. I cry, my son cries, my grandson cries, my dad cries. I'm extremely grateful for this award. I'm grateful to my wonderful family, and like Keith said about his wife, to my wife, Jerry, for the last 57 years, she has shown me love, grace, beauty, and most of all, intelligence. The reason I learned her extreme intelligence was when we started doing crossword puzzles. The core of myself today is primarily because of her. My wonderful family, she also raised in the meantime. I am extremely grateful to the medical people that have helped me and been here tonight. I'm extremely grateful that my retired partner, Dr. John Meyer, and his wife Marge are here. John is a brother I've never had and was a wonderful pediatrician. And I'm proud that some of my friends are here, and one of my mentees, Dr. Kara Moore, is here sitting in the back of the room, a tremendous, tremendous physician now. I also took care of her dad. But most of all, I want to thank what I call the warriors in this room. That's the people that are serving a segment of our pediatric population who have been inflicted with toxic stress. The stress of abandonment, substance abuse, the stress of witnessing murders, the stress of seeing drugs use, the stress of abandonment, and the international catastrophes that the captain of the Warriors has so deservedly served so many years. Toxic stress is now found to, unless it is interrupted, to persist into adulthood, where it creates not only a myriad of physical but terrible mental illnesses, such as murder and killings. So these warriors and their captain fight this battle every day. And you give me a microphone and I will usually give you a little message. In the United States today, the children with toxic stress can be helped. Most of them live in poverty, so while they are in poverty, we need to clothe them, feed them, and shelter them. Most of them not only live in poverty, but experience poor health care. One of the wonderful things and miracles, and multiple miracles I've seen over the last 54 years are pediatric miracles of medicine. Yet, if you look at our death and disability statistics compared to some other developed Western countries, we have higher rates. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not right. Everyone in this country deserves the excellent, affordable medical care. It's only ethically and morally right. The other thing that will help the children with toxic stress is extension of education, especially the early preventive programs that now exist, such as teachers, partners with teachers, Head Start. These programs, in my opinion, need to be expanded and even maybe funded by national, state, or local levels. We need to instill in the young mind the positive factors and a safe place for responsible caretakers to take their children. We also need to tell our warriors in this room to look at the individual in their program. Any child that has an interest or a talent that is intelligent, that has interest in music, sports, dance, gymnastics, theater. This is a chance for them, and with positive organizations, to spin out of their web of despair. We need a living wage for their responsible caretakers, and we need U.S. businesses to invest and innovate extra jobs and keep jobs in this country and help those that are not employed or will be seeking jobs or that are employed. I leave you with some messages for all of our children. We need to continue to teach our children to be compassionate and concerned for the rights of others. We need to teach our children to begin to know how to pardon any trespasses that have been done against them. We need to teach them unification rather than divisiveness. But most of all, we need to teach them to love and not hate. I need to say that again. We need to teach them to love and not hate. We can teach them to love in many ways and many days, and this hurry-scurry, high-tech world, occasionally we need to stand in their face and toe-to-toe, and we need to not only show them love, we need to tell them love and fortify it with a hug. We also need to stand by them to be a pillar of support when they have had disappointments and failure. About 5 months ago, a 9-year-old girl was standing in my office. She had had a pretty significant illness that required quite a bit of therapy, but it had been a happy cure. So, with a strong voice and standing toe-to-toe, she said, "Dr. Harris, I love you, and I am so thankful you helped me. And I made you this bracelet. And if you so desire, you can wear it." This bracelet, and so I did, and so I am. This bracelet is made of red and white twine. It's now 5 months old. It's beginning to get sort of tagged and ragged. But every day I look at it and I smile. Why? Because I am so happy that somebody somewhere somehow taught her love. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to continue to teach our children to love. Thank you so much for this award.